food stamp requirements coming. Yes, some exciting, shocking news about new food stamp requirements that are coming. Supporters say that people who can work should work. People who need help can actually get the help that they need. We've got a ton of information for you this afternoon. I apologize, we weren't able to do a live stream, but yet again, I appreciate you tuning in. We've got a video full of details specifically for those on a fixed income, those that are leaning for food stamps, that are depending on food stamps. We've got some updated news that just come out. Yes, very, very exciting. But I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure to hit that subscribe button to jump in on the free Amazon gift card giveaway that we are going to do weekly. Terry Hampton won last week. Let's find out who's going to win this week. So with all that being said, let's dive into explain exactly what is going on. So if many of you watching on this channel, viewers, many of you are on the food stamp program. In fact, it's called SNAP benefits. Many of the programs have ended because they say we're out of the pandemic. Especially Kevin McCarthy had a whole group sign into law that the pandemic was finally over, rejoicing because we are past it. Now it's time for bigger and better things. I get it. But so many people are still dealing with the pandemic symptoms like inflation, high gas prices, budgets out of whack, credit cards are through the roof, not making enough money, owing more than what you make. The thing goes round and round, and so many people have been trying to say something like, hey, we need help. Many people have been crying out for help, financial relief from your individual state. The federal government, unfortunately, has not provided any update when it comes to fourth stimulus checks, but there has been a handful of states like Colorado, California, Pennsylvania, Idaho, New Jersey, and South Carolina. Yes, New Mexico has definitely been in there on the list, extending the tax return where you got to go in there and file it. They're giving you some additional time, but what we came to talk about today is the new food stamp requirements because millions of Americans are on food stamps. Well, guess what? I've got the information right here. The battle over food stamp reform was ratcheted up a notch on Tuesday when nearly 24 Republican lawmakers introduced a bill that would change eligibility requirements for the program. The bill, whose lead sponsor is U.S. Representative Dusty Johnson, proposes to implement stricter work requirements for able-bodied adults without children. USA Today reported a total of 23 co-sponsored Republicans actually sponsored the bill called the America Works Act. Among its proposals are the following: raise the maximum age for work requirements from 49 to 65, limit a state's ability to waive work requirements, and emphasize work requirements for able-bodied adults without children. Food stamps, formerly known as Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, which is called SNAP, benefits provide food purchasing assistance to qualifying low-income households. SNAP is overseen by the U.S. Department of Agriculture and is administered at the state level. Although this bill is proposed, that is likely to show down between Republicans and Democrats as they negotiate the farm bill later this year, it counts largely for the agricultural and food policy omnibus and is negotiated every 5 years. Here's the thing that they're wanting to do. Supporters say that this bill is vital to reducing cycles of poverty while saving taxpayers money. Politico notated that it's first of many expected efforts to set a limit on SNAP benefits because the GOP is controlling the House. The Democrats' response to the bill and have raised concerns about whether they can withstand blasts to the program during negotiations over the debt limit, budget, and 2023 Farm Bill. Johnson, a member of House of Agriculture Committee, relied on food stamps as a child. Following his re-election in November 2022, Johnson discussed his intentions to change SNAP work requirements, National Review reported. Work is an opportunity, it's not a punishment. Johnson told supporters on Election Day in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, that there is no recipe for escaping poverty that doesn't have work as a requirement. So for many of you that are living off that SNAP benefit, well, guess what? They're changing the work requirements, the eligibility, to make sure that you actually are getting them because you can't work. During the pandemic, we expanded SNAP benefits that provided much needed relief to struggling families. The atonements boosted monthly SNAP payments by $95. Many were also giving a 15% increase that increased the average monthly benefit per person more than $240. As previously reported by GOP Banking Rates, SNAP emergency atonements expired on March 1st nationwide. And here's where I really have to put my 2 cents in, because I can almost guarantee you it's hurting more people than it's helping. With closing the program down, there are millions and millions of Americans who have been relying on that. And now that it's not here, well, that's not a good thing. So many SNAP benefits have helped several families to get through the week, through the month, and the last thing we need to do is just take it away. People may say, well, the pandemic is over, but yes, we're still dealing with the symptoms of the pandemic. Just because something tragic happens in your life, that doesn't mean that over a period of a month or two that it just automatically disappears. No, it takes time. It takes time to go through a shocking process to understand, wait a minute, life is real. Things can happen overnight, and we've got to always be prepared. And that's why several of you are depending on these extended SNAP benefits. But thing is that they're trying to make it a little more difficult just to make sure that no one is scamming the system. So I did a little bit of research. I went through there and tried to figure out, why do they keep making stricter laws, stricter reinforcements? It's because several people are taking advantage of the system. And it's one thing that you can't really say, hey, we're not going to allow you to have food stamps. They make this one rule that every person, whether you have took advantage of it or not, if they haven't, it's okay. But if they have, then they're trying to fix it to where no one can take advantage of the system. It's primarily set up for those that, yes, they can't make it without getting some additional money. So again, I wanted to bring you this news. The new requirements are saying that if you're able-bodied and you don't have children, then you need to work in order to get food stamps. So let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your love and support. I promise we'll try to do a live stream here soon, because so many people enjoyed it. Me being able to communicate with you guys one-on-one was just truly amazing. I loved it. I can't stop talking about it. Just the interaction is just building a community family with you, and I just love it. So I love you guys. Don't forget about the Amazon gift card giveaway that we do every Friday. Stay tuned, because I've got more videos on the way. I hope you have a great Sunday. Have a great day. And until next time, I'm John Muro. Peace.